Hi, Sandy and I are here with our second Advent devotion for 2023. Today I want to talk about Matthew chapter 1, verse 1 and following, the genealogy that Matthew includes of Jesus. When I started reading the Bible, when I started using that discipline to help me grow closer to God and grow as a disciple of Jesus, I got to tell you, I kind of like genealogies because I could skip them. I mean, who needed to pay attention to all the who begat, so-and-so begat, so-and-so begat, so-and-so? Matthew's genealogy finally caught my attention. It starts off with, this is the genealogy of Jesus Christ, the son of David. And then it breaks into three sections of 14 descendants going all the way from Abraham down to Joseph. But it's that phrase, son of David. When most people think of David, they think of David at the height of his power, ruling from Jerusalem. God has given him peace on every side. The kingdom is united. Nations fear him. They're sending him tribute. But I wonder if Matthew was actually trying to get back to earlier parts of David's life by calling Jesus a son of David. Maybe back to when he was a shepherd and was rescuing sheep from the mouth of the lion and the mouth of the bear with his sling and shepherd's staff. Or my personal favorite, early on, David has been anointed king. He's gone to court, but Saul is jealous of him, and David goes on the run. And he's living out in the wilderness in a cave, a place called Adullam. And the Bible records that people just started coming to him. David collected them. It says that David collected all those who were in distress or in debt, people that were troubled. They became the central core of David's kingdom. I think Matthew might be getting at that because his genealogy includes 4 women. All 4 are outsiders, and quite frankly, all 4 would have carried big stigmas back in their day. There's Tamar. She was a Canaanite. So was Rahab. Ruth was from Moab. She was a Moabite. And Bathsheba was a Hittite. All of those were tribes that God's people weren't supposed to have anything to do with. And all of them carry, well, a stigma. Tamar was dishonored, i.e. raped by her brother-in-law. And later on, she deceived her father-in-law into having sex with her. So, I mean, not exactly a stellar person in some ways. Rahab, we record, was a prostitute. Bathsheba, well, she's a willing adulteress with David, it seems like. And Ruth. But Ruth was from Moab. Moab's people were known as Chemoshites. That means they were followers of the idol Chemoth, or Chemoth, however you want to pronounce it. And that was one of those idols that required a human sacrifice. Not a great religion. That's what Ruth came out of. And all of them were, quite frankly, well, maybe not Ruth. All of them were exploited. Bathsheba, that's an unequal relationship she has with David. Rahab is a prostitute, and Tamar certainly was a victim. Exploited like 3 out of 4. And when you think about it, 1 out of 4 women, 1 out of 6 men in America are somehow sexually assaulted and sexually. There's a lot in common with these people. But here's the beauty thing in Matthew's genealogy. These people aren't shamed. They're not ignored. They're not marginalized. They're named. They're included. Reed Lessing reminds us, a pastor I like to read, he used to be a seminary professor, that these are the very people that Jesus includes. People who were outsiders. People who were stigmatized. Matthew's inclusion of these women shows Jesus' inclusion. Because when we look back at the life of Jesus, his business was not judging, it was not condemning. In fact, John in his gospel says this: God did not send his son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. Not to condemn, but to save. That's our Savior Jesus. That's who we celebrate this Advent. He came. And in his coming, his ancestors were included, including 4 notable women. You and I are included too. He didn't come to condemn. He came to save. He came to collect us David collected strays, like David rescued sheep, Jesus is the Son of David. He came to rescue and include us. Have a great day.